Bloom's taxonomy is a hierarchical framework used to classify educational learning objectives into levels of complexity and specificity. It was created by Benjamin Bloom and colleagues in 1956 and later revised in 2001 by Anderson and Krathwohl. Original Bloom's Taxonomy 1956. This version classifies cognitive skills into 6 major categories from simplest to most complex. 1. Knowledge. Recall of facts, for example, list the planets in the solar system. 2. Comprehension. Understanding information, for example, explain how photosynthesis works. 3. Application. Using knowledge in new situations, for example, use Newton's laws to solve a problem. 4. Analysis. Breaking down information into parts, for example, identify the components of a persuasive argument. 5. Synthesis. Combining elements to form a new whole, for example, design a solution for a water filtration system. 6. Evaluation. Making judgments based on criteria, for example, assess the effectiveness of a marketing campaign. Revised Bloom's taxonomy to 001. The revision changed the category names to verbs and reordered the top 2 levels. 1. Remembering, recalling facts and concepts. 2. Understanding, explaining ideas or concepts. 3. Applying, using information in new situations. 4. Analyzing, drawing connections among ideas. 5. Evaluating, justifying a decision or course of action. 6. Creating, producing new or original work. Applications of Bloom's taxonomy. 1. Curriculum design. Helps educators structure learning objectives from simple recall to complex creation. Ensures that lessons are aligned with progressive learning goals. Encourages development from foundational knowledge to critical thinking. Example, in a science curriculum, students may start by memorizing cell parts remembering, then move to explaining cell functions understanding, and finally to designing a model of a cell creating. 2. Lesson planning. Teachers can design activities and questions that align with different cognitive levels. Promotes balanced lessons that challenge students appropriately. Example, remember, list the causes of World War I. Evaluate, assess whether World War I could have been avoided. 3. Assessment design. Facilitates creation of varied assessments that test both lower and higher order thinking. Helps in aligning assessments with intended learning outcomes. Example, multiple choice for remembering. Case study analysis for analyzing. Open-ended design projects for creating. For student-centered learning. Encourages differentiated instruction by targeting students' cognitive development levels. Promotes active learning by involving students in analysis, evaluation, and creation tasks. 5. Teacher professional development. Used to reflect on teaching strategies and improve instructional methods. Helps teachers identify if their lessons are too focused on lower-level thinking. 6. Instructional technology integration. Guides the use of educational technology tools to support different levels of learning. Example, flashcard apps for remembering. Simulation software for applying. Presentation tools for creating. 7. Educational research and policy. Used as a framework in education research to measure cognitive demand. Influences education policy and standardized testing by providing clear levels of learning.